from the Association of Insurers. Perhaps just to start us off, share with us, we are having the annual Insurance Institute of Kenya conference. What should stakeholders expect, being that it's an annual event and it brings together key players in the insurance industry?
First of all, thank you, Abby, for this chance to just share with you about insurance. The first thing I want to say about the conference is that it's always a chance for us to deal with the current issues in the industry that is affecting the insurance professionals, that is affecting stakeholders, and even to address what you can call expectations of consumers. So it's a conference that brings together what you can call thought leadership and ideas about how we can improve the insurance penetration in the country and how we can serve the consumers better.
Speaking about penetration, Kenya performs pretty not well in the market compared to other established markets like South Africa. The insurance rate in Kenya, penetration rate, is at 3%. What do you make of this?
That is true, Abi. I think the penetration right now is about 3.4%, given the last statistics from the regulator, and which is actually a very poor performance compared to the world over, compared to our neighbors in South Africa, where the penetration is over 10%. And for us in insurance, I think the challenge has been that insurance is not really embraced by the Kenyan people as a necessity. So in the normal planning of Kenyan people, as they think about what is necessary to buy and necessary to have, insurance happens to be at the bottom of the list. People talk about housing, people talk about food, people talk about entertainment, and at the end of it all, then people say, okay, what do we have then for insurance? So it's not a priority in terms of what the consumer really expects from us.
From where you speak from, are we doing enough to ensure that the penetration rate goes up?
Enough is being done, but I think there is still room for improvement. Because more efforts can be geared towards a creation of awareness. The other thing that needs to be done is simplify the insurance products and take them to the grassroots so that people can really understand what is insurance. So we need to do more to communicate, to create awareness, to simplify products so that somebody who is raising cattle in Narok or in Kajiado has a concept of what is insurance, and it is a reality to them that actually they need it in terms of the things that they require as necessities.
If you're to break down the insurance industry, which areas are we seeing an uptick? Is it in the medical insurance? Is it in life insurance? Which areas are leading the pack? And are there areas that need more efforts to be put in place?
Definitely the motor private is leading the pack in terms of demand. And of course, this is because also of the law, because people are required to have motor insurance. So because of that, an awareness already has been created, and acceptance of the product has already been created. So motor insurance has a high demand, as it were, right now. But second to that, of course, is a medical insurance, which is very relevant to a lot of people. Many people have witnessed medical bills. Many people have seen the tragedies that befall families, that befall children. And therefore, the acceptance of medical insurance has actually created a good demand for the product. So that would be second in line to what we are seeing in the insurance sector. But having said that, still the demand falls way short of what can be consumed by the Kenyan people across all the products. So in terms of personal lines products, and these are products that actually insure risks that face individuals, that's a critical part of insurance that people need to know more, understand more, because for individuals, much as you have property, much as you have vehicles, I think the first and fundamental thing you need to take care of is you as a person, and then you can move on to other investments or other properties that you have as an individual. So I would encourage people coming from the Insurance Institute that to really consider what you call personal insurances in terms of a first line uptick of insurance, and then after that you can think about your vehicle, because if your vehicle is repaired and you are in the hospital as a driver, I really don't think there is equity in that. You should have made better choices.
Just taking more a look into how the insurance industry is structured, the common excuse that is given out by majority of Kenyans is that the cost of insurance is pretty high. And are we doing enough to address issues of cost, and also looking at the way the culture, where we see Kenyans say insurance is not a thing I should really worry about, because as much as I insure my things, I really do get to be compensated in good time, especially if you've had a road accident or it's a medical case. there are these perceptions that Kenyans have about generally the insurance industry. What would you say regarding this?
I think I want to accept that insurance is complex, both for the consumer. It's also complex even for the people who sell it. But having said that, if people take time to really understand insurance, they will begin to understand that the price that insurance companies are charging for the products that we have is actually affordable. It is more or less what you spend on your airtime. It is more or less what you spend on a glass of wine in a day. So I think people need to really take a bit more time to understand that what insurances are affordable and accessible to me as an individual. And you'll be surprised that with 2,000 shillings, with 3,000 shillings, you'll be able to get a group personal accident cover for more than 500,000 shillings. Because the whole concept of insurance is to pay a fraction of what you would normally be given back by the insurance company. So if people were to really sit down and reflect on the cost-benefit analysis of insurance, of buying a personal accident insurance at 5,000 shillings, of buying a medical insurance at 20,000 shillings, which is going to cover you for 1 million shillings, then you can see the difference between what you're buying and the value you are getting. So I just think that people should first of all take time to understand insurance and begin to appreciate that there is something for each and everybody in insurance. Yeah, if you're starting low, you can still have a low level product, but you have some level of cover, and so forth, until where you are saying that you would want to have excess covers, $1 million to cover your medical bills, and those covers are still available.
What is the outlook for the insurance sector now that we are seeing renewed efforts to have more Kenyans take up insurance, as you also wind up with your closing thoughts?
I think the outlook is positive. I think because the financial services as a whole actually has embraced insurance. Currently, you can walk into any bank and get insurance, and you can walk into many branches of insurance companies and still get insurance. So it is positive, and I think we'll be able to see bigger and bigger leaps from the insurance people in terms of penetration, in terms of selling our products, and in terms of consumers actually embracing insurance as a necessity in terms of their priorities.
Thank you very much, Caroline.
Thank you, Abian.
Well, we've been speaking to Caroline Munene from the Association of Insurers, who was talking to us just what to expect in the insurance industry and also the upcoming conference.